Hello everybody! Now you can't miss what's behind me because we have a very vivid magma paint scheme on this Genesis GV80 concept. Now yes, this technically is a concept. However, this has a very production ready looking design and we're going to show it to you right now. So let's go ahead and take a first look. So the Genesis brand is of course a pretty young brand and they're filling out their lineup with new models. A natural evolution would be a GV80 Coupe. This is a kind of sportier, more coupe-like version of the GV80 SUV. Like I said, this is technically a concept, but it is a very natural evolution for the brand. And one of the things I like about this is I think that this is really previewing actually some future design elements we're going to see from both the future GV80 Coupe, but also the GV80 in the standard SUV form. It's basically kind of like a preview of the refresh, you could say. So up here in the front, we've got that typical Genesis grille. It's nice and blacked out on this example. I'm also noticing that we have an updated Genesis logo. This is kind of more flat looking, a little bit more modern looking. I like that quite a lot. Of course, very aggressive on the lower fascia. We're integrating in real carbon fiber elements, which is something you probably won't see on a production model, but I like the way they look quite a lot. We also have very aggressive vents over here on the side. Now, one thing you probably will see on a future production model are these updated headlights. So you know Genesis has those signature quad beam LED headlights, and they come in 2 bars with 4 different housings. This is kind of an updated evolution because it's got this seamless bar design, so you'll be able to see this whole thing just kind of light up as one piece. I really like the way that looks and how they're staggered and how much they go down the side of the vehicle. Now moving straight from there, let's talk about these wheels. These are 23-inch alloy wheels. Really lovely design here. I would say that, you know, concept cars always come with large wheels and they're usually not offered, but Genesis could offer 23s. It's not unprecedented. There are some brands that are offering 23-inch alloys now. So I really hope they bring this when this comes to production because this is a really, really nice looking wheel option. Again, the quad beam elements continue on the side where we've got the turn signal indicators. Up top here, we've got the carbon fiber mirrors. Nice blacked out look with the other elements on the side, like around our window housings, as well as the roof. The roof is totally blacked out, and these elements down here are blacked out. Again, this is the magma paint scheme, so it is extremely vivid, especially under these bright lights. But I'm gonna go ahead and hand it off to Mason, and this is gonna be where he talks about the party in the back.
Now, Drew said party in the back, and as we walk around to the rear, I do want to point out a few things. So first of all, our wheels appear to be staggered, at least on this concept model, and we do have some really wide rear wheel wells right here, which give it that nice wide and sporty design. Now, heading around to the rear, this is where everything gets new for the GV80 Coupe. So you have a very aggressive sloped off design here. We have a spoiler integrated up top. I'm also noticing that up here on the roof, instead of a full blacked out roof, we do have carbon fiber up here. I actually would not expect to see this on the production version, but I would expect to see maybe a full black roof option as a panoramic or something like that. Now, as we drop down to the lower area, you're gonna notice it kind of dips and goes into another spoiler. So you have a carbon fiber spoiler integrated here. It looks absolutely phenomenal. And then dropping down below that, we have a very cool curved piece, Genesis spelled out across the back, and you're gonna see the signature full-length LED quad beam taillights here. So as Drew mentioned in the front, they've updated the lighting for this updated GV80, and we're gonna see a full-length design for this all-new GV80 Coupe, which is really certainly very nice. Now, dropping down below that, we have a entirely blacked out diffuser area, carbon fiber in the middle, and as far as our exhaust pipes, we're gonna have just a very large trapezoid finish here. It's gonna be fully blacked out to give it that sleek, sexy design that we love from this GV80 Coupe. Now, of course, we don't have full information on this GV80 Coupe model. This is just a concept. That being said, we do have the interior open and available for us to look at, so let's go ahead and get into that. Well, let's go ahead and check out the interior because there is a lot of cool stuff going on in here. So once we open it up, you're going to notice that we have quite a few new elements. Now, this does obviously look similar to what the current GV80 looks like. So as Drew was mentioning in the front, this is a very good preview of what we might see even on the regular GV80 in a upcoming refresh. So let's go ahead and break that down. Now, Genesis has asked that we don't sit in the vehicle, so we can't sit inside, but we can open it up and kind of point to a lot of the different features and design elements going on here. So as far as materials, let's go ahead and hit that first. Up here on the dashboard, we do have leather covering almost all of it. We also have a nice stitching detail going through there, but you're probably noticing the bigger element. That's these seats as well as some of the other cloth designs going on inside of here. Now, this is a concept vehicle, so do keep that in mind. I do not expect that the GV80 Coupe will have a seat that looks quite as cool as this. That being said, Genesis is showing off some design elements here by giving us orange seat belts, orange housing in the back, as well as some orange contrast piping. So maybe we'll have some really cool interior color options like a navy and orange like you see here. Now, as far as the seat itself, it is going to be made of an Alcantara on the outside edges, and then we do have a black piece right here and leather on the outside edges. Of course, it's going to be power adjusting. I assume when we make it to the production model, we'd have stuff like massage as well. Now, one thing I also want to point out is that the leather has been replaced here on the side with this kind of checkered plaid pattern. I really like the way this looks. It's a modern look that is just something different than leather, and luxury is all about standing out and being different. Now, as far as our steering wheel design, we have a beautiful Genesis steering wheel. I imagine this is going to be pretty much the exact same one you see on the production model. We do have some Alcantara on the bottom and top, leather perforation on the side, and a leather airbag cover. Now, we're going to have the 3D gauges that we've seen on other Genesis products, as well a head-up display. And let's check out our door trim. Our door trim is also going to reflect those same changes. So leather on the very upper part. We have some absolutely amazing carbon fiber trim here. Now, this is concept, but this is an exposed carbon fiber, so you actually feel the details inside of here. I'd love for them to bring that to the production model. Some more of that really cool cloth design. That's a nice Alcantara finish. Alcantara all over the bottom of the door trim, as well as down here, and even on the lower finishings of the door. And let's check out the rear seats. Now you're going to see a very similar thing take place back here of a wild design. You're going to see the orange seat backs, which is obviously a very cool element. It matches with the orange exterior color. And then as far as the seats themselves, they're also going to have that really cool racing theme back here. You know, I hope Genesis does bring this to production. This would be absolutely awesome if they brought this to production, because this basically is like a discount Lamborghini Urus if you got something like that. Now, as far as features are concerned, here in the center, you're going to have vents. You're also going to have heated and ventilated second row seats. Right there in the middle, you have a center armrest, and your door trim is going to be mostly the same as the front and include rear window sunshades. Now, we look forward to showing you all the details when this production version of the GV80 Coupe comes out, as well as the updated GV80 in general. I'm standing there looking at a current GV80, and I'm very excited for the changes that we see on this model reflected over to the more popular GV80 SUV. So please stay tuned to the channel for all the latest information we'll be updating you with. Now, if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, we really appreciate it if you do hit that subscribe button down below, because it helps us go to events like this where we can show you guys some of the newest cars first. If you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for your support, and we'll catch you next time as we sample more of the latest automotive delicacies.